What's going on? It's your boy, yes, babe. What's good? What's good? All right. I think we good. Think we golden. Check, 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 check. Can you hear me though? Can you hear me though? Where the camera at? Guess I'll turn my presence this way. What's good though? Wait, did I say it? Oh yeah, I said it. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy SB. Hope everybody had a blessed week, man. Hope y'all doing good out there. Hope y'all doing great. It's Thursday, so y'all know what that means. We live. You feel me? We live up in here. Who we got in the building? I see we got Messi in the building. What up, though? Messi, Messi. Um, is this thing on? Oh yeah. 268 to like 230. All right. Messi, what up? Said took the whole week off. That's what I'm talking about. That be needed sometimes, a lot of times. I'm due for one of those. But I think I'm gonna wait until sometime during peak season. I might put in some vacation during peak season. You feel me? I'm building back up right now. Um, Vacation building up, UPT building up. We still ain't got no new PTO. My PTO still on zero. As soon as we had it, I blew through my PTO. I ain't even gonna lie. Shout out to Messi. Hope you had a good week off. Hey, I see Lambo. What it do? What it do? Hope all is good with you. Good to see you in the building. Good to see you in the building on from the East Coast. You feel me? Toast to the East Coast. Shout out to Icy. Enzo, what's good? What's good, my guy? He said, what am I doing? Everybody in the chat, what's good? What's good? Hope all is well. Hope all is swell. Hope all is well. How is working Amazon? It's cool. You feel me? It's cool. It's all right. It's all right. I'm sure it's better than a lot of other establishments out there. It's cool though. You feel me? Listen, I never said it's the best job on earth, but I appreciate it. It's decent. You know what I mean? I'm accumulating my UPT going up, vacation going up. What else is going up? Stress. We got to do a stress test. Is y'all stress going up? My stress ain't going up. I don't think. Nah, we doing good on the stress test at this moment. You know what I mean? That's funny. But it's been cool. It's been cool. It's been cool over at corporate. You know, I still rather be back in. Would I rather be in a warehouse right now? I'm in a good position. You know what I mean? But the warehouse, you know what I mean? The warehouse was great for staying in shape for sure. But I've been on my work, I've been back on my workouts, you know what I mean? I've been on it. Um been getting back in shape, or getting more in shape. You know, I'm in shape, but it's been good. Icy said testing, you feel me? We up in here. We up in here. Hey, Pat the Gamer, what it do, Big Pat? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Big Pat. um, Good evening. Good evening to you as well. You said Amazon people are messing with my mental. You can't wait. Why they messing with your mental? What they doing, Messi? Didn't you just go to a weight team? No, no, you didn't go to a weight team. That wasn't you. That wasn't you. That's Hollywood Boulevard right there. When was this taken? $3 years ago. Okay, that makes sense. What they doing to you, Messi? What they doing? You got to watch your mental, and not just at Amazon. At this moment, all workplace, the environment. You feel me? And the the environment of the not the environment. I guess you can say that, but there's another word I'm looking for. The temperature of this country, not the atmosphere. What's the word, fam? It's just, you know what I mean? It's stressful times for people in general. You know what I mean? So definitely want to make sure you're not letting your work environment increase that stress. You know what I mean? For sure, for sure. For y'all who don't know, this is Hollywood Boulevard right here. I've been there a gang of times. I'm gonna have to do a live, man. That's one of the spots I wanted to hit up when I go back out there. We used to go out there like every blue moon, you know what I mean, just to get out because I was from the Inland Empire, so we would just to get out the city, go out there. It would be cool. But all right, but yeah, protect your mental. Everybody, protect your mental out there, especially now more than ever. Bills is increasing, gas, food, all this stuff is increasing. Um, I just posted that vlog. What was it? Bigger than Amazon. That was more so on the layoffs. There's so much going on. I got the next bigger than Amazon for the next 2 months because I'm gonna try to do that every 2 weeks. Um, but what are those things called? People, foreclosures, people getting evicted, all type of stuff, y'all. So you know what I mean, y'all stay safe out there. The least we can do is keep our mental right. You know what I mean? So yeah, be try to stay on top of that. You know, November was good, catching the beginning of the stream, but gonna lurk and work. That's what's up. Shout out to November in the building. Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Rondo, what it do? What it do though? Shout out to Rondo in the building. What up, Rondo? Icy Lambo says, yes, it's 10:21 here. I'll be getting some rest soon, but will still remain on and listen in the background. Hey, that's Icy always showing support, you digs, from the East Coast, 10 o'clock over there. So it's 7. Yep, 3 hours difference. Sounds about right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Enzo says, right, it's up to me, but I respect anyone who loves working at Amazon, you know? Yeah. Of course, of course. You know, it's cool. It pays the bills. Pays the bills and is not like dreadful. I've had some dreadful jobs. Amazon's not dreadful. It could be though. It has points for sure. But yeah, everybody, you know what I mean? Just gotta find fit in, get in where you fit in, you know. Mark says, hey everyone, it'll be my 5th year anniversary on October. Can't believe you last this long. Shout out to Mark, you digs. Good stuff, Mark. That's a long time, fam. 5 years at back-breaking, mind-twisting, mind-boggling, spirit-touching Amazon. That's an accomplishment. That's accomplishment right there. That's deep. 5 years. Shout out to Mark, man. Shout out to Mark. Congrats, Mark. Continue to take advantage of the opportunity. Enzo said, seems like the corporate side can be more stressful than the warehouse. The way you're talking, I think so. Because the warehouse is more physical. Yeah, it can be stressful in the warehouse, but it's usually physical for the most part. It has its mental stress times as well, depending on the position that you're in. Um, but yeah, the corporate side, I think it's just the weight. The weight of that stress hits a little different because it's all mental. It ain't no physical work going on, but you can have 100 things, not 100, but you have a lot of things to do. And each second it can be accumulating. It's just different. It hit different. I don't know how to explain it. It just hits different, you know. And just the whole operations is different in the corporate setting. It's an open workspace as well. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different. But everybody is different. I'm different from the next person. There's somebody who probably loves the corporate space more than the warehouse. I'm sure there's somebody in there. I know there is, but it's not me. It ain't me though. I'm the guy who rather, you know what I mean? I like the warehouse. But shout out to both. Shout out to both. I learned and grew and have grown a lot in each area. The warehouse, I learned a whole lot, and my growth in the warehouse through the roof. You feel me? I learned a lot on the corporate side. My growth grew a lot. So through it all, learning and growing and becoming, expanding just as a person mentally, in the way that I do things, the way I handle stress. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing about stress. If you get a lot of stress put on you and you live through it to live another day, yeah, you don't want to continuously be there, but it'll cause you to grow, believe it or not. Because then that amount of stress, once you get used to it, low key, it's like lifting weights. You feel me? You lift weights, you lifting weights, that same amount of weight. Eventually, you're gonna get used to that weight. Like, oh man, yeah. You know, I look back and it's like, yeah, I did that. But yeah. Messi says, have you been applying? No. SB, real talk, always talking about going back. Nah, I'm not going. I haven't been applying. I haven't. I probably should. I haven't even looked in like the last 3 months, something like that. 3 or 2 months. I'm not sure. I'll probably look though my next work day. And I think I'm gonna apply my next work day. But see, I'm trying to get something that makes sense though as well. Um, like I'm trying to get a spot because one of the things, one of the cons of where I work right now is the distance. It's not far. It is far, I guess in theory, but in my reality, it's not far. I'm from California. I used to drive 40 minutes to work when I was in Cali. You know what I mean? So I drive about 45 minutes to the office there and back every day. And if I can scale that closer to my house, that'd be great. You know what I mean? So I'm not just trying to get into any warehouse. I'm not just thirsty for a warehouse, but there's a nice amount. There's at least 4 to 5 different warehouses closer than the office. So if I'm trying to be strategic with it. I'm not just trying to get into any warehouse, but one that suits and fits my situation the best. So I am gonna look my next work day, and hopefully one of those are open, and I'll probably put in my resume. We'll see how that goes. Hey, Icy said, let's get those likes up. Let's go. You feel me? Let's go. Yeah, if y'all tuned in, first off, thank you much for tuning in. Hit that like button if you ain't subscribed to the channel. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Oh, yeah, and then you can hit the notification bell if you ain't done that either. Let's go. If y'all ain't seen the latest video, go check that out. Once we done, finally did an upload. I've been doing a lot, you feel me? So I'm just trying to, bring some sort of balance and make sure I hit every area of what I be doing. So I made an upload this week, you feel me? Shot one, let's go. Mark said, I watch a YouTuber, how does Amazon delivery, and they suspended him for internal violations. Has that ever happened to you? Nah. So you watched the YouTuber, he's doing Amazon delivery, and they suspended him. Was he black? I hate to ask that, but was he black? Please let me know. That's going to be important in this equation. Was he black though? You feel me? That could play a big part. Because I know I still see. I stopped watching though because that was something I wanted to capitalize on because I know people wanted to see that. But I was doing it earlier before everybody was doing it. And I wasn't the first. I wasn't the first one to trailblaze that. I wasn't the first for sure. But all is like people who's blowing up, and I know how they're sponsoring their videos so it can be seen on people's front page. I can do that. I could have been doing that for a lot of videos, but you know what I mean? I was trying to be, I don't really want, I never really wanted certain videos to blow up for that reason because I was already having certain videos blow up to the point CNBC hit me up. Their senior producer wanted me to do interviews with them. I still got all the emails and their numbers. You know what I mean? So it was getting out there. And then I had people over my manager's manager at work hitting me up, you know what I mean? And not bad. They love the content, but I know for everyone who sees it, who loves it and actually reached out, how many people have seen it in general. That's, you know what I mean? So on the delivery side, I think the issue is safety concerns. You know what I mean? You're delivering things. So how um how safe is that to be doing vlogs? Um I was very safe. I had my little setup and everything. Um but yeah, but then that's the chance you're risking your job anywhere. If you're vlogging on the clock, that's not smart. But I went into that knowing that, you know what I mean? If that was my only source of income, that would have not been done. Just being honest. Unless I had something else, like 2 jobs, and then, like if that's your only source of income, you shouldn't be doing that. There's a lot of people losing their jobs to social media. That's one reason why, even with me, I've read our social media guides every year, make sure nothing changes. And I stay within those guidelines. But even within them guidelines, I still watch certain things. And like, you never hear me say a person's name on this channel unless they're on the channel giving an interview. I never give any names. I never give any, specific things that I do that for a reason. Even when it came to I touched on certain topics. And when I was doing my research, I was like, ooh, I found a lot of stuff under the rug. I didn't touch on, I keep it balanced, the pros, the cons. I try to keep it real balanced, but I'm aware this is my job that I work for. You know what I mean? So I keep it cool. I still point out things that, hey, this could be better over here. Just the same way I do in the job, but I don't ever put out any personal information, or I don't work on the clock. That's the thing. They probably got fired because they were on the clock shooting, doing vlogs and stuff. I don't think any job allows you to do that. Look, I even talked to um I forgot their position, but they're like the assistant of our manager, or the assistant of the our building lead of my current building in the corporate office, right? I've mentioned it a few times. I was going to do a tour of our corporate office. I got the green light to do it like 3 times. And the last time they laughed like, bro, you said you can do it. But you feel me? That's just how much I don't really like to play with my main income. Even if I got the green light, you know, you got to be careful. But I got the green light and I still haven't done it. Um, and a lot of my vlogs are about content with the company, but within the guidelines of our company, they say just all you have to do is just be like, yo, you're not a representative, you're not speaking as a representative of the company. That's why I always say that. I always say, listen, I'm not a representative of the company, I'm not a spokesman of the company. All of this is just my personal experience. And that's all they ask. They even say, like, if you talk about Amazon on social media, hey, do you, but say say those things. So if you look it up, if you work at Design, if you work there, you can actually look up our social media guidelines. Now, if you're at a different company, I'm sure they have some type of and not just to you, Mark. This is just in general because people watch the playback of this. If you're doing content, I would suggest you don't do it on the clock in any company, because here's the thing, especially if they don't like you or if they already have negative biasness towards you, they don't, I just don't like them. The skin's too dark for me. Whatever the case may be, their English isn't too good. I don't really like them. Believe it or not, sometimes people in position have those thoughts. And if they already have a negative bias towards you, they will use anything that they can to get you out of there. You know what I mean? So my thoughts on when it comes to this in general, not you, Mark, but it's in general doing social media. If anybody plans to do that, make sure you don't do it on the clock with your company, and learn your policies. And because I've seen, like, it was just today. This dude just lost his job. I was watching that on TikTok today. He made $1,800 a week and lost his job because he went live during his job. This was today. I just seen this on TikTok. Sad story, because it was $1,800 a week. You know what I mean? And the dude was like an artist and all this stuff. And it's like, and they didn't give him a warning because I guess it was already in the paperwork. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So once they told him, and it was a coworker, that's why, you feel me? I don't like saying, like, I don't trust coworkers. Hey, for the ones who show me love, because I have a lot to show me love, salute. But here's the thing: out of the 20 people who show you love, there's 100 people, 50 people who have hate for you for weird reasons. You feel me? I don't even know why people be hating, but anyways, you just gotta be careful with social media, and it's a growing thing because the influencer and media market, it's a market now, and it's a growing market. It's an industry. It's a if you go Google that, how much money is estimated to be made in the social media, in the social, what is that, social influencer space, is ginormous. Why you think all the actors is trying to do vlogs now? Why you think all the rappers is trying to vlog now? Y'all remember back in the day they was clowning people. Oh, you do YouTube? Oh, now they all over here. Ain't that funny? Will Smith vlogging, all these people trying to vlog and all this stuff. Why y'all over here now? Everybody used to talk trash on YouTubers, and now everybody's over here. So there's a reason why, though. People, it's monetary. You can you feel me? Just on the internet space. But yeah, that ain't my goal. My goal is impact. I want to encourage people. I got my faith page. You feel me? I'm trying to, do stuff for the Lord. You know what I mean? Bless people. But yeah, All right. Messi says messing with mental equals making up lies about me to look better. Meanwhile, I just be working, manager, believing it all. Now micromanaging. That sucks right there. That sucks. In that situation, you feel me? If you like, because it must have got back to you from, I don't know if your manager told you, it got back to you some type of way. All you can do is like, nah, that ain't true. Boom, boom, boom. Defend yourself, or let them say, let them know it ain't true. But it sucks because that micromanagement that does come, that does suck. But I guess I'm not, you know what I mean? That doesn't. I'm low key used to that. Even in the corporate space, it sucks because it's an open workspace. People will be walking by. They can walk another way, but they're gonna walk right by you so they can look over your shoulder to see what you're doing. But you become used to that. It becomes numb, just because you're used to that, being done in general. But it sucks. Look, stay motivated through it. And if your manager told you, addressed you about it, all you can do is present them with the facts. Nah, that's false. Boom, 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 and then continue to handle business going forward. But always cover yourself. That should be done anyways. Always cover yourself. Which is, I hate the saying cross your T's, dot your I's, but cover yourself. That's all you can really do. And then stay away from the people. What you say, making them lies about you. I don't know if those were prior friends. That's why you got to be careful, who you talk to and give information to in the workplace. Not saying just you, Messi, but in general, that goes on a lot. You give some people some information outside of work information, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? But Enzo says, right, protect your mental and physical health and save that money. Facts. Mental health, that's you can't put a value on that. You feel me? You can't put a value on your peace. You can't put a value on your mental health. Ain't no paycheck can cover that. If that breaks, you feel me? If that breaks, okay, well, ain't no check gonna pay for that. So definitely protect that. And your health. Hold on, that's a good one. Protect your health too. In the warehouse, I think you guys got it good. That's one of the good things, even though a lot of people don't see it as that. By you guys standing up and all this movement, man, you guys are getting great cardiovascular work. I miss that. Go look at my vlogs when I was in the warehouse. Look how just chiseled my little face was. Feel me? Cut up. I'm still a little cut up now. I am cut up now, but it's just different. I was able to eat any and everything and still be cut up. You feel me? Cut because I'm just walking all day. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, make sure, because this is the thing on the corporate side, the physical on the corporate side is low key sad. I feel sad sometimes when certain people, and let this be an encouragement. You from the corporate, not just my corporate, any corporate job, listen, you have to start investing into your physical health. On your breaks, go walk. When you get off work, go walk. You have to, because I've seen so many people, it's just not good. You feel me? Sitting 12 hours a day, sitting 10 hours a day for your career every week, that ain't healthy. And then everything else, if you look, like, it's funny. Have you guys? I'm pretty sure you guys seen on maybe Instagram or something. It pops up a lot on mine, maybe because I'd be sitting there reading all the comments. How skinny everybody used to be back in the day. It showed high school kids back in the day. Everybody's skinny. It shows people at the party back in the day. Everybody's skinny. Show people at the beach back in the day. Everybody's skinny. And then it shows today's pictures. 90. And most people are out of shape. But I'm like, man, how? Of course, it's the processed food is what they're feeding us, or our options of food. But also, I was like, man, when I was in the warehouse, I was just stupid fit. I was peak physique. Facts. I mean, sliced up 8-pack, everything, buff and cut. You feel me? We don't walk that much. Everything's convenient. Paying for groceries to come to the house, paying for the clothes to come to the house. You know what I mean? So listen, physical fitness, man. Hey, and here's another thing that is connected to your mental. I don't know the science behind it, but I know it's true. I feel it in my body. When I'm out of shape, I feel it mentally. When I get back in shape, I feel it. I feel more clear. I feel more sharper. I feel more alive. You feel me? So I encourage everybody, man. You ain't got to go out here be a bodybuilder Joe. You feel me? But do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, walk the miles. It's good. That not because then. All right. Let me calm down. I'm hyped up right now. Shout out to Enzo. Good points. Mental, physical health. Let's get on that. Let's be on that, y'all. I was going off. But it's so much more to talk on that. Like, I looked up how many Americans are on prescription drugs. The number is astronomical. It's up there. It don't make no sense how many people on prescription drugs, in this country. And it's going to continue to grow. And I think those two things alone play a major part. Anyways, all right, let's go. David says 2 PAs and 2 ambassadors got arrested. Hold on. I don't know if I should read this out loud. Oh, okay. All right, cool. You're not no specifics. No specifics. Cool. All right. Two PAs, 2 ambassadors got arrested, and a bunch of other people got fired for stealing. It ain't worth it. Whether you at whatever job you at, is not worth it to steal from your company. It ain't worth it, y'all. I did a whole vlog on this because this is not the first time this has happened. It was another story that broke. It was on the news and stuff, but actually I did a few, but I did one where I was just really talking about it. Don't make no sense. There's people who listen, don't steal from your job. You know what I mean? There's no reason to go get you a record and go do jail time. And then even if it's just the least losing your job over stealing something, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Messi says, and here's a thing too. Hold on, let me go back to that. Here's a thing too. People gonna tell. I'm pretty sure they got 2 PAs and 2 ambassadors, all them people, because people told. People think everybody just down for the, oh yeah. They ain't gonna snitch. Folks is gonna snitch. Don't do it, man. Don't be out here stealing on the job. Don't be stealing in general, but especially not your job. Messi says, I want to do a San Diego trip, and Rex, what's that? Soon, and Rex, what's Rex? On what to check out. Oh, recommendations, I think you mean, on what to check out. San Diego beach, for sure. Go to the beach. The beach is dope. Man, I ain't been to San Diego in a minute. They have like some, I don't know. I don't know. You might have to Google that one. I can't off the top of the head think of none. All the stuff I did was events. I did a lot of events out there. It wasn't, like landmarks. I can't even think of nothing in San Diego. But San Diego's a beautiful city, though. It's a lot out there. So I'm sure if you Google it, they got some dope stuff out there. But if you like, so, in LA, you definitely Venice, you feel me? The Pier, Santa Monica Pier, Sunset, Hollywood Boulevard. It's so much. I would rather go there if you're looking for sites. Visiting Cali, Diego's cool, but you got to hit LA, man. That's where it's all at. Life is too short. That's a fact. Hey, Icy says happy birthday, happy anniversary to Mark. Happy anniversary. He said it's only dreadful if you're level 1. Nah, low key level 1 be sometimes stress free. What do they have to worry about? All level 1's got to worry about is hitting rate. They got it easy. Now, if you are L4 for 5 years, I don't mean to laugh, but prayers. We're gonna lift some prayers up for you because that ain't no joke. You feel me? They're the ones, the PAs, and not really the PAs, because by the first year, you got it down. You got your whole system. You know what I mean? Like, it got easier as I went as a PA, low key. For sure. But tier 1s, I think they got it easy, man. I think they got it easy. But it does suck as a tier 1 just because, you know what I mean? Like, you can be sent to the other department, but even that, like, just do they have to do the bare minimum. 2 words: hit rate. That's it. Just hit rate and you straight. Hit rate and you straight. I need to put that on the shirt. All right. Enzo says, has your heart ever stopped for a second every time you get paid, and then split second that paycheck you just got is going to your rent or mortgage, like, or laugh out loud? It'd be like, oh, I just got paid, and the landlord, like, no, I got paid. Nah. Nah. And it's just because, see, this is the thing about, I think we all should try to have multiple streams of income. because it's just, you feel me? It just comes and it goes. It comes and it goes, you know? So, I mean, I've had times where I got paid in my heart. It ain't never skipped though. You know what I mean? It ain't never skipped. Whether it be because of the nice amount that was in there, it got a little warmer. I can say that it got a little warmer. It gets warm every time. My heart would get a little warm whenever my stocks hit my account. It gets warm just a little bit. It goes up like 2 degrees, nothing crazy, like 2 degrees warmer. You feel me? I just look at it like, hmm. You feel me? Because those is numbers. I can't lie. Working with Amazon, and it's not just Amazon. I have other streams. So, but when all of it hits in an Amazon, them stocks be heavy. It be heavy, then pow, it hit it. You know what I mean? I've seen numbers I haven't seen. You know what I mean? God is good. All glory to God. You know what I mean? But um, it comes and it goes. You feel me? I don't see money like that. I all my money is resource. I'm literally trying to do 5 different projects right now. So I get it, goes to this project, get it, goes to this project, get it. Like you said, pay these mortgage. The mortgage be hitting. You know what I mean? I got a mortgage, HOA, so it hits. And I do feel it sometimes. But it's just, I've been in the hood. I used to live in the hood, 1 bedroom. I mean the hood. Not even the hood, the hood. With me shooting and everything. Not me though. But all type of stuff going on. And even paying the HOA and my mortgage is a blessing because I remember what it's like. I remember going to sleep and hearing what's going on in the thin wall next to your neighbors. I remember dealing with parking. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that kind of hits, man. The mortgage and all that. Well, sometimes that'll, it's like, man, I can use this mortgage to pay for this over here to promote this. But low key, it's a blessing to me. I'd be like, bet. I'd be grateful to pay it just because of this, the situation I'm in. Mark said, thank you. Trust me, numerous times I wanted to leave. Facts. I feel you. I feel you, fam. You say you who? Not me. Not me, fam. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Enzo? I don't be broke, fam. God is good. He is a provider. I be blessed. But I remember, hold on, no, but I've been there. Don't get it twisted. I've been there. And ain't no shame in it because that shaped me. That shaped me as a person just as much. Being down shaped me as a person just as much as being up shapes me as a person. So I've been broke before, for sure. I've been living in the hood before, for sure. Car problems in the hood. You feel me? Engine light cut on you, like, oh, you feel me? Praying and all that stuff, for sure. What's that? Suspended license, for sure. I've been broke, and I'm not ashamed of that, for sure. But am I now? Your boys are blessed now. That's for sure. That's a fact. It started from the bottom. Now I'm here. I ain't even where I'm at, where I'm gonna go yet. But where I'm at is a blessing. But I've been broke, but no, I'm not. All right. Messi says, honestly, T1 ain't that bad, right? Because part of other people's job is to please the T1. Facts, Messi. That's a great point. The AMs have their, what is it called? Their credentials, their scores, their whatever. They have the scores. I always we always talk about it, but I forget. They have their little scores. Yeah, them T1s got to be happy. And not like that, but yeah, everybody's job is to make sure the T1s are at least pleased. You know what I mean? So Messi has a great point right there for sure. Laughing at Enzo. Yeah, Enzo is hilarious today. I don't know who that was for. Definitely wasn't for me though. All right, where's this thing at? Come on, man. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing already from my buddy. You know this. Man. Shout out to Pat. I wouldn't be surprised if you go to a different corporate job, laugh out loud, but I think any company you work for in corporate side is already stressful. I'm not currently looking. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not currently looking. Would I be surprised? I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's another warehouse or I wouldn't. There's just no surprise. I don't know. My life just be all over the it can. I do so much. I wouldn't be surprised whatever happens, you know. But I just wouldn't want to be in a stressful a work environment, whether it's Amazon or whether it's any company. There's nothing worse than that. Well, there is. But that's one of those top things is being in a toxic, stressful work environment because you're there all the time. That's just psychologically does something to you. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it. But like I said, I'm in a good position right now. Cool for the moment. So I'm good. I'm thankful, grateful. Mark says, I'm an introvert and studying cybersecurity through career choice. I love the office space. See, Mark will probably love working at the corporate side, and that's perfectly cool. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I just love my, you know what I mean? I'm active. I'm an active person. Me sitting still for 12 hours? Fam, that alone, that's crazy. You know, but I'm forced to do it, you know. That alone is crazy. I'm active. You should have seen me in the warehouse. Where SB at? He was just on lane 222. He ain't there? No, he probably on floor 3 now. I was moving and grooving and loved it because when you move, it helps you think. When I'm on the phone, I'm walking around the living room. I'm on the phone walking a mile in the living room. Facts. I got my tracker on my phone. That's just me. I love walking. It helps me think. When I write music in here in the studio, the office, the production, the dream room, I'm walking around the room writing. I'm just a active being. Moving around does something to me. So for me to sit still in the office is challenging. I do it. I do it though. Lunch, I'm in the gym. Break, first break, I'm in the gym. Last break, I'm in the gym. You know, but it is challenging. But there's people, like I said, there's people, everybody's different. Mark, he's ready for it. He loves the office. But Mark, how do you love the office space? you gotta fill me in on that. How do you love the office space? Like you don't really walk there, you don't, there's no movement. You know what I mean? You just sit and talk. I mean, I guess that's cool. Yeah. When you look at it, when you really look at it, you're in an air conditioned building. You're talking and sitting down all day. So I guess, you know, that's cool for certain people. Nothing wrong with it, but and just put me in the warehouse, man. Pat, a shout out to Pat for the super chat. Good looking, my guy. Like I said, that's always a huge blessing, man. I know finances in these times mean a lot. So thank you so much, super chat, Pat. Definitely appreciate you, fam. Appreciate that. Definitely a blessing, my dude. Thank you, Pat. Pat the gamer in the building said, yeah. Shout out, Pat. Oh, all right. Oh, y'all dropping comments. I need to catch up. All right. Rondo says, I've lost 60 pounds. Let's go, Rondo. Let's go. That's in 60 pounds. I'm proud of you, Rondo, because you don't know what that did for your health. You know what I mean? I'm proud of you, Rondo. That's some good stuff right there. He said it's a workout if your ethic is good. Facts. Shout out to Rondo, man. 60 pounds in 5 months is amazing. Shout out to Rondo. Good stuff. Proud of you, man. Enzo says, SB, you still go to the warehouse to check over and see if anyone's doing their job and business is running? If so, have you seen any more people use the pallet jacks and skateboard? I ended up going to GYR1, and low key, I could have just went to. We had a whole option of places that were launching something with corporate, and I could have went, but I still haven't. You feel me? Felt led to go yet, but I could have been. It's like a away team, but it's not an away team. It's like the corporate away team, but it's not called the away to go again this last week, and I didn't go. So hopefully, though, hopefully within the next couple months, I might end up going. But I haven't been back to a warehouse on the corporate side. The last time I went, didn't see nobody on no pallet jacks. You know, it was funny though, because they're like, "Oh yeah," you hear people whispering, "Corporate, yeah, this corporate, corporate." But I remember because when I was the PA in the warehouse and people from corporate came, that the same thing happened. People whisper. I'm like, man, forget them, man. Don't worry about them because people all, oh, that's corporate. Who cares? What they gonna do? Like we doing our job. Don't trip on them. But nah, I haven't been back yet though. Messi says, I think SB did it before they started carrying again. Right. That could be the case too. And then here's the thing: when it comes to social media on Amazon or the delivery side, there's is Amazon deliveries, not Amazon. Amazon partners with third-party companies for delivery. You know what I mean? So that's the big thing. It's about, like, we have a hub, the Amazon hub, the last mile, and that's where Amazon employees that's in that warehouse load up the Amazon vans that are not, those are third-party companies. Each one of those vans have, it's like 6, 7 different owners that partner with Amazon and the Amazon delivery company. So I think the owners play a part as well. My owner didn't care, because here's the thing with Amazon delivery. You think Amazon warehouse turnover is bad? Amazon delivery turnover is bad as well. Um, so I think my company that I was with, I just think they didn't really care, because the head count was, you know what I mean? It's hard to keep up with. You got all these routes. And I did my job. That's the thing too. Even though I was vlogging, I was still killing it. You know what I mean? And then I didn't take lunches or breaks or nothing like that. Or on my lunches and breaks, I was doing those vlogs as well. Um, so I think that's the thing. People, you definitely can't be vlogging and you don't work. Imagine somebody trying to vlog and they're they're behind on their route. Bruh, get out of here. Park the van, park it on Fifth. Where you at? Park it on Fifth Street at the Jack in the Box. Yeah, but I still got, don't worry about it. I'll come pick it up. Go park. Go park. Imagine you're paying somebody to do a job and they're behind because they're trying to vlog. Bruh, parked over there, leave the keys, give it to the Jack in the Box worker. I'll get it from them. You tripping. But people do that. People be tripping. We be having some good lives, man. Y'all be making me laugh over here. We be having some good times. All right. Mark says he's Asian. Okay. He just vlogged about his job as an Amazon delivery guy. If that's the one if he be getting like 300,000 views, that dude, yeah, I'm not surprised. I was getting noticed by national news agencies and my videos was getting like 1,000, well, like 5,000 views. If we talking about the same dude, which I think we are, his views was hitting, some of them I think got 1 million views. At that point, they have to worry about Amazon. That's above the company now. That's above the company. That's Amazon. Amazon probably, I'm not a representative of the company, not a spokesman of the company, what else I gotta say? Not a representative, not a spokesman of the company. This is my experience. All right. So what I think happened, I'm not saying it's what happened. What I think happened, I think it got bigger than it's over the company's head. I think Amazon's team seen it. Amazon watches Amazon people content. They watch that. I think they seen it. You know what I mean? And then, I don't know what he vlogs, but it might have gotten to the point to where I don't, you know what I mean? Where it's problematic. He probably said something that didn't fit with the company because he's been doing it for a minute and he's been getting views for a minute. So maybe, you know what I mean? He put him in a bad light. I don't know. But I think somebody from Amazon reached out to whoever his company owner is. I think, you know what I mean? Because the owners don't care as long as you're doing the job. So either Amazon seen it or his manager seen it. And his manager didn't like him, because that's the thing. Managers over your delivery side, they're the manager. You feel me? There was delivery drivers there who seen my videos and they told, even like the what are they called? Dispatch. My dispatch team. Some of the dispatch people still follow me from over there. But I did my job. You know what I mean? And I didn't just do my job. I went above and beyond. So they wasn't tripping on me. People just be like, yo, if you just do your job, you straight. So either he wasn't doing his job and was vlogging all day, or Amazon light. That's all I can think of. That's the only thing that kind of makes sense to me. Oh, yes, neutral content while still remaining within the guidelines. Yup. I think that's the best way to go about it. But see, like my page, I can't tell you how many people went to work for Amazon because of me. I low key be getting upset sometimes, like, yo, I need a chip of this. I need, what's that called? I need to get I need to get paid off of them coming to the company. But there's a lot of people, and that's just the ones that reached out to tell me, like, yo, man, I started working here because of you. Well, man, I apologize. I mean, I'm sorry. But nah, but I don't shed a bad light on the company. I'll tell some truths and give my opinion. And sometimes what's the word? Like I'll say something I disagree with, but that's one of Amazon's principles. Disagree and commit. You know what I mean? There's some things I think they can do different, but I keep it balanced and I say, I commit still. But then I also show the good side, so my content's pretty balanced. It's like PC as well, politically correct. I'm not going to talk crazy about my company. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. Never mind. I could, but you know what I mean? All right. No, I keep it pretty real though. I don't front. I don't be on here trying to talk good about the company just for whatever either. I keep it 100% my opinion on whatever it may be. But yeah, I see you hit that on the head. Neutral content while still remaining within the guidelines. That's a fact. And that's why here's the thing too. Look, there's a few people who hit me up that work at Amazon and they like, yo, man, I kind of want to do that too. Do your thing. But there's people who are like, I don't think you should do it though. And we laughed about it, but I was for real. They know I was for real. And I told them why. Like, I don't know how safe that would be. There's some people, their experience, even though it's just their experience, if they've had nothing but negative things to say, come on. I don't know how good you think that's gonna go for you if all you're doing is putting negative stuff out there about the company. You know what I mean? So yeah. Mark said, a former trainer told me don't give them ammunition to fire you. I think that's a great facts. To lose 1,800 a week in this economy, that sucks. Facts. 1,800 a week? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, I saw that today and I was like, man, content creation is not worth that. But like I said, my main inspiration, I get blessed by a little bit of what do they call that? I'm a part of the paid partner program. So YouTube pays me, but it ain't nothing like that. You know what I mean? I got pretty nice when I upload it every single day, but I'm not going to give YouTube my soul. You feel me? Like, no, I'm not doing that unless YouTube covered my job, but I still wouldn't do that. Like, I'm not leaving the job for YouTube, but yeah, 1,800 during this economy is terrible. To lose over social media, that's crazy. So yeah, anybody out there that's trying to expand into the social media industry, I think that's a good move. It don't hurt to try. It's free. But if you work a company and you plan, because this is the thing too. Here's the thing: content creation has expanded. It was only day in the life. It was only pranks. But this new work economy, this work life content has exploded now. You know what I mean? That wasn't a thing back in the day where people were talking about their jobs. At least it wasn't a major thing. It wasn't whole channels based on that. Now people are loving that. People eat that up. So a lot more people are trying to do that. But you got to know the company you work for. You got to know the guidelines and you got to follow those guidelines. And even then, you still got to, I wouldn't tell coworkers about it because you got haters at the work, possibly could have haters there. Wouldn't tell your coworkers about it, and so on and so forth. Enzo said, it's funny you say that because my manager told me that there was this one woman who was a temp in our building. My manager went to the bathroom, and while he went to the bathroom, don't tell me he was vlogging in the bathroom. Let me see. The woman was video recording the office and posted on the Facebook, and our company sued her. See? But here's in that situation, right? Ask the company. She was already going to do it. I don't know. She should have asked first, like, hey, what's our social media policy here in this company? Okay, cool. And because I was going to do a tour of my building, my office building that I'm at now. Before I did it, guess what? Did I just go do it? No. You feel me? And when I finally was like, it was mostly because I don't like people knowing where I'm at the time. But once I finally was like, all right, let me just do it. I went to go ask permission of the head person there, well, their assistant. And they even said, and then they gave me the okay, and long as I don't put any, nothing on the screens, no personal information, then we good. But ask. She could have saved herself a job and getting sued if she would have simply asked the company. That's crazy. Right. Icy says, wow, sued wasn't worth it. Nah, not at all. Not even a little bit. Enzo said, and she was also chief and had her business on Facebook, and many people filed a lawsuit as well. That's great. That's sad. That sucks. Everything went down as soon as she started recording our office and posting on Facebook. Yeah, gotta make better decisions, man. Sophia, but then too, it's the lack of info. Maybe she didn't know that wasn't right. You know what I mean? Because it's becoming so common to see. Let's say you're scrolling TikTok. It's so common to see somebody recording on their job. Most people don't. You know what I mean? They may just they see a lot of that on. Hey, let me throw my camera on at work too, just because they that's all they see on their feed. So it could have been a lack of information, but you can't play with your job though. You feel me? You better ask somebody and find out. Like that's just one thing you can't. All right. It says, hey, Amazon. My screen freeze. Oh, there we go. It says, hey, SB, how are you? I'm doing blessed. How you feeling? I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody who's tuning in, if you ain't hit that like button yet, hit that like button real quick. What up, Sophia? Good to see you in the building. Icy says, Sophia, welcome. Enzo said, and you got to save that money. Once you have your mental and physical in check, got to save that money too. Going broke can also stress you out mentally, especially when the majority of us are working paycheck to paycheck. No, definitely got to stack finances, pay off that debt, and find a hobby too. You know what I mean? Find something that helps you relieve that stress. Icy says, according to Google searches, what the control and prevention, approximately 65% of adults in the US take at least one prescription medication. 131 million Americans. That's nasty work. Why my thing freezing up? I had to download this printer, and this printer I had to download all type of stuff. And I have my studio on this laptop. I don't like that. All right. That's a lot of people. And I always believe I don't trust the government. I don't trust big media. I don't trust none of that. So I think that number is lower than what it really is, in my opinion. I could be wrong, of course. But in my opinion, I think it's probably higher. That's high enough, though. Hold on. There you go. Wait. That's already high enough. 65%. That means if you have 10 people in the room, six. And if you cut one in half of their body, but don't do that. But six and people out of the 10 taking a prescription. That's crazy. That's crazy. Is that not crazy? Or am I tripping? That's crazy. Man, listen, I encourage everybody start to get into some physical um cardiovascular, you feel me? Walk, run, fast. Fasting is so healthy for your body. Look into it. Look into just type in benefits of fasting, water fast on Google. And I'm telling you, just because that's terrifying, man. That's terrifying. That is a lot. All right. Messi says, got to live below your means and make sure you have a margin. Facts. That's a good thing. That's a good point too. People out here trying to keep up with the Joneses, keep up with Kardashians, keep up with Drake. You feel me? He out here with a whole plane. Cat trying to keep up with Drake. Man, a whole nother level. You ain't finna keep up with them. Yeah, stay within your margins. You feel me? And especially during these times. Icy says, I don't think he is saying you stay broke. I think he means people. Oh, okay. Got it. No, SB, I was saying that landlord is telling you that it got to be paid. No, yeah, no, I don't have a landlord. Not me. I am the landlord. You feel me? I own, I don't own it. I don't own my land, but I am the homeowner of my house, though. So I don't have a landlord. But and hopefully my goal, I do want land. I want to go buy some land. That'll be the next goal. You know what I mean? The house, this is a blessing. I, you know what I mean? It's huge blessing. But you always, me, I'm always thinking, bigger, grateful, but always still dreaming. You know what I mean? So that's my next dream, my next goal. The next house wouldn't be like I'm in a 4-bedroom, right? The next house wouldn't be a 6-bedroom house. Nah. Land, land. Give me 20 acres. That's what I would like. 20 of them? 20? Do you know what I'll do with 20 acres? No, because I don't even know but I'll fill it up though. I got some, man, 20 acres? Man, that's it right there. My bad. All right. So yeah, SB doesn't have a landlord. No landlord. I have been broke myself. Matter of fact, I'm paying my dues just like everyone else right now. Like you said, God is good. Facts. A2 or R2, what up? What up, everyone? First week at the cross dock is over. I got inbound. Okay, shout out to inbound. You feel me? Shout out to R2 and inbound. Congrats. He says I had to work getting boxes out of trailers for at least 4 hours a day. Oh, they got you unloading? Whoo! Shout out to R2. You finna lose that weight. You feel me? Finna drop that weight. Shout out to R2. Congratulations on your first week, right? That's what I'm talking about. Enzo says, but I meant it as a joke. You be having a heart attack for a second, or you just faint for a second. Nah. I mean, I get what you're saying. But nah. You know what I mean? I'm saying my count, it goes like this. And I know that sounds weird, but it's just because like it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? When you're investing in things and it's just but I feel you. I hear what you're talking about though. R2 says it was brutal pushing heavy boxes and then doing the trailer after lunch, but somehow I pushed on the first day. I'm getting used to it though. Yeah, you just give it like a week give it like a month and then you'll get used to it. And then think about the good things, man. It sucks. No, it don't. Like you going once you get used to it, that's amazing workout right there. Man, you burning weight right there. And then I'm sure there's other things to do than just unload a truck. You know what I mean? So maybe after a month or something, you're like, yo, is there anything else I can do in here? Can I, you know what I mean? But execute where they have you. That's always like when I first went in Amazon, I was like, yo, what I need to do to be a manager in here. But once I got into my position, I executed that position, destroyed it. So then they was ready to put me somewhere else. Hey, man, you killing this. Like, hey, you ever thought about doing pallet runner? Because I was big and in shape. Of course. Hey, you want to use your body for labor and kill yourself? Yeah, put the big dude on so they put me on pallet run, but it was because I executed the first job. So execute it, you know what I mean? Keep a good attitude. You'll be in a good position. Enzo says, thank you, Icy, for clearing that up. I know. Thank you. R2 says, what is scary is that people say outbound is even worse. I hope I get in shape before I have to experience outbound. Oh, you will, fam. You will. Icy says, yes, I love being active at work. I just can't diddly daddly. Oh, I thought you talking about P. Diddy for a minute. I'm like, you working for Diddy? I thought he was locked up. You know me? Hold up, Icy. You can't be working for Diddy and being over here. No, I'm not. I'm for real. Anyways, twiddling my thumbs for hours. I get it. 12 hours is a lot, though, SB. It is. 12 hours looking at a screen. Fam. Don't even make me think about it. While I'm in the position, I got to look at the pros only. I got to look at the pros until I'm up out of the position. Messi says, SB, did you hear? They closed the loophole, moving sites to get a higher pay and then transferring to a different state or a different site easier. Now, if you transfer sites, you move to their rate on their step plan. I believe it. I thought that's what's been going on, though. I didn't know that was new. But I've always heard of a lot of people bouncing all around. So I wonder if they just got tired of it or what. I'm not surprised though. Angel says, that's what I do now. Just sit and talk all day and watch the monitors, making sure no one is cheating. For me, it's a win because I don't have to worry about packages or anything physical. For me, it's more mental. That's what's up. That's what's up. And if you like it, I love it. Icy said 60 pounds in 5 months. Right. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. Mark says, level of quietness, working independently. I'm already tired hearing you said you love walking. Marcus Guts, he said, I'm already tired and you just talking about it. That's hilarious. That's funny. But those are some good points. Level of quietness. Now, see in my office, it don't be quiet like that. You got people, and it's, I guess that's good. I'd rather it be live, alive than dead. Everybody to themselves like me. But our office isn't that quiet because everybody talks, you know what I mean? So that's cool. But like me, I was always to myself, I just have my headphones on. For me, it's quiet because I ain't hearing what y'all talking about. But working independently, great point. Great point right there. That's an amazing point. Yeah, you're working independently in the corporate scene for the most part. Everything I've experienced on the corporate life has been independent. But that's also one of the things I disliked about corporate. I disliked it because the whole teamwork is gone. You feel me? Like ain't no let's go team. It's you get this done. This needs to get done. So it's cool, but I do miss the team aspect of the workplace. It made it more fun. It just made it more, you know what I mean? But there's people who like to work independently. That makes sense. I never looked at it like that, but that is true from what I've experienced. Good stuff. Mark says, I wasn't nervous when corporate people talk around us. It's mostly L6 and higher that gets me nervous. I never, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. God is the best. What up? What up? Don't forget, God can take everything away you accomplished in the last 10 years. The things you do without God have an effect on people, and that's a problem. That's a problem becomes God is supposed to be first. Facts. I don't know where you got. He wasn't first, fam. You feel me? Which part are you talking about? Because I don't know where you got that from. But if, over here, of course, that's everybody know that over here, fam. The Lord's definitely first over here. If you want to clear that up, God is the best. Because I don't know what you're replying to right now. But I agree. I agree. Icy says we are less than 500 away from 10K. I know. And we can get that within a month. If I post shorts help your followers go up. I don't like posting shorts though. You know what I mean? I think I might do it though, just to hit the 10K. I think I might do that this month. I need an app. And there's some, like my boy, he does content too. There's different things where you just put the whole video in there and it chops it up for you. But I don't have it. And I couldn't find it. So, but yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Enzo says, I'll be watching for you, or I'll be waiting for you to see any more employers playing with the pallet jack or using the conveyor belts as an escalator. You can use your slogan, fired. Nah, man. Nah, I haven't seen it. That's good. I haven't seen it, man. People are taking their job seriously. I hope. No playing on pallet jacks, no sliding on conveyor belts. I don't think this is a good time for you to lose your job. So everybody out there, no pallet jack swinging. You feel me? Icy says TOT and vlogging. Right. Right. How you vlogging and you ain't hitting rate. That's hilarious. That's crazy. Chris, okay. I don't know what the dude's name is, but I think I know who you're talking about, though. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to look now because if he got fired, I know he quit one time, but that was like 6 months ago. But then he came back because the content, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. You know what I mean? Um, Yeah. Anyways, I didn't see he got fired though. I'm gonna have to look. I want to see that if so, and see what he got fired for. Let me know. Did he say what he got fired for? I want to check that out now. Andre says, only did Amazon delivery 1 week, got caught in the rainstorm, and I knew I had to quit. Quit or working while wet isn't fun. I got a vlog on that. I recorded one of my deliveries when I was out there with the little poncho. I was out there with the little trash bag poncho they give you. It wasn't even a real poncho. It's just a trash bag. This blue. You feel me? Like they got it from McDonald's. You feel me? Like they said, hey, can we borrow like 20 trash bags? All we got is the blue one. Perfect. That matches our logo. Here, give it to the drivers. Hold on, let me cut some arms out. It was terrible. But I got a vlog on that. And yeah, it's bad because you're outside, it's wet. Your feet, you get in, you hop in the back looking for the whatever your package, the floor gets wet. I slipped all up in that place, fell all over boxes, rolled over. Man, yeah, it ain't fun. Then your socks be all wet. You be driving. It's yeah, man. Ain't no joke. I feel you, Andre. You make me want to go rewatch my vlog because I got a few of them when I was working in the rain. It just brings back memories for sure. I have watched his videos every now and then. Okay. Mark says referral bonus. There you go. Yeah. And there was a referral bonus that you could get, but I never, you know what I mean? My thing was never trying to get money off of people on this channel. You know what I mean? Only time where is when I was selling my merch. I still got some of my merch too. If you guys want to buy I don't be promoting. I gotta promote it. I got my what are those things called? What hat I got on? No, I don't have it on. My dreams and motivation. I got the shirt still for my dreams and motivation. And some hard work pays off hats. If y'all want to support and get one, hit me up. Hit me on, drop it on here or comment on the video or Instagram so I can get that to y'all. All right, but yeah, I never did the referral bonus, even though I did know about that, but I didn't do it though. Enzo says she wasn't allowed to video record anything in our building. It was part of the policies. You can't take pictures or record. Our company has cameras everywhere and they can see you filming. And she was told beforehand. Well, yeah. Now that at that point, that is no excuse for that. Also, it was in the contract that she signed when she was hired. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. You know what I mean? But here's the thing too. She might have went there just for the content. You know what I mean? Low key people be doing that, like that guy who does Amazon delivery. There's people who go do delivery just for content because you'll make more money off the content than your delivery job, you know? I'm not saying that's the case here, but if they told her all that and she still did it, then yeah, that don't make sense. Ryan, what up? What up, Ryan? What's good with you? Good to see you in the building, fam. What up? Today, a process assistant asked me if I was interested in being an IT ambassador. I said yes. So now I'm waiting on the date and time of the class. I'm looking forward to the class. That's what's up. Never heard of an IT ambassador, but good to hear they're growing and they have something like that. That's dope, man. Good stuff. Congrats on that, Ryan. Enzo says, all right, Enzo said, put it this way, unloading packages in Amazon is nothing compared to unloading packages for UPS. I know from experience, you hardly have lights in the warehouse. That is true. It was dark in them. I was at FedEx and it was dark in there too. They had like one, it's like, you know, those lights that miners have mining in the dirt underground. It seemed like a one mining light. You got mining lights in them trailers. But low key, when I was unloading in Amazon, yeah, the end of the trailer is bright, but once you get deep in there, it ain't too much light. Back in the day when I was in them trailer, it wasn't too much light in there either. But it was different though. It's definitely a difference though, for sure. But yeah, the dark trailers for sure. That was at FedEx too. Hilarious because that's where your station. We're going to be at. Mind you, packages in UPS are between 20 to 100 pounds, and you have to lift all that up and put it on the belt on the side. On top of that, you know the job isn't for you when you are done with that position in UPS and you have to park far out. Oh man. And that long walk to the car, facts. Mark says he got suspended. He posted just he got suspended. He just posted today or the other day. Got you. Community post. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Man, that sucks. But okay, well, he didn't get fired, so that's dope. But yeah, once you hit, you know what I mean? People, Amazon, they're gonna see if your content starts to move. It makes sense though. I think a lot of these businesses in today's time, you have to have somebody looking out for content, not but yeah, you're looking for content that pertains to your company because perception can damage a company. Facts. How many companies stock starts to tank because of what happens on social media? This is a new time, and that's a new awareness that companies need to have nowadays. So um that's what I'm saying. I've always said that. I know they seen my channel, you know what I mean, but I'm within the guidelines. I keep it, keep it PC and keep it cool. And I don't break no rules, so I'm good. But there's some people I just think he hit because he was, I'm saying his views was crazy. So I know, people seen it, And then what was he doing? I've never watched his videos because I just never watched his videos. But I'm sure he was vlogging while on the clock, and then safety reasons, all type of stuff. Um, but once it gets bigger than your company and Amazon sees it, I think that's where the issue probably came into play. But I don't know. I'm gonna check it out though. I'll check that out. Pat says, yes, I need one of your merch. Hey, let's go, Pat. Let me know which one. Hey, I'm gonna drop a new shirt too. It's one of my the DM, the Dreams and Motivation. I have those, but I have a new version that I was gonna drop. But anyways, you got me on Instagram, Pat. Let me know what you want. I got my hard work pays off. I think I sold out of the Dreams and Motivation hats, but I still have the shirts left. So let me know. Hit me up on the gram. Let me know which one you want, my dude. Mark says it's hard to get a second job on Amazon being a level 3 Tom team. Hard due to the schedule change, but I'm gonna transfer to PA soon. No more driving trucks. That's what's up. That's what's up. It'll still kind of be challenging to get a job or a second job as a PA. Maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. Everybody's different. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. It might be good for you. But man, how come you only leave trucks to go to PA? Why you gonna do that, Mark? Fill us in. Enzo says she could be, but then again, that money she made off that video would definitely be in the company's pockets, not hers. If she made any money. If that's TikTok don't even be making money like that. They give you clout for sure. And if you're selling a product, people's lives begin to change on TikTok. But just views, TikTok is trash. They pay the least, if I'm not mistaken. Because one of my boys was really wanted me to invest my time into TikTok, and I did. One of my videos almost got 1 million views. You know what I mean? But that's when I pulled back because I'm saying I don't need that clout, But I don't get paid on TikTok. But when I looked into it, they don't pay like that. Isaiah, what up, though? What up? What up? What up? What's good with you, fam? What's good with you? Good to see you in a building. And Uncle Sam. Right. He says, bro, my manager be telling me things that happen before I started working there. And now there are 2 people working in my office, and it's easy, but it can be challenging at times. Only 2 people? Man, that sounds chill. Mark says, I hate to admit it, I belong to some drama community here on YouTube, and I try not to share as much info about me as possible because some characters in this part of the community is known for doxing. Okay, got you. Okay, well, no, yeah, don't put no info out there, but you belong to some drama community. Why are you in a drama community? Like doing dramas or like drama? Well, I think drama because you said doxing. That's deep. Enzo says, especially when you don't know how to work on computers, then you're screwed. Also, you got to be disciplined mentally because there are times where it drags. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. That's what's up. That's what's up. Sounds cool. Like I said, man, if you like it, I love it. Mark says mental health driving trucks hurts me in that area. Oh, I need some water. Hey, seeing this Hollywood video. You guys ever be on TikTok? And there's some people that always be on Hollywood going after the Scientologists. Have you guys seen that? It's hilarious. Because on Hollywood Boulevard, there's this thing called Scientology. And they have like, I don't know if that's their headquarters, but it's a pretty big building that they have on Hollywood Boulevard. And they always walk up to it and be like, yo, don't go in there. It's a cult. Anyway, they be going viral on TikTok. It's hilarious. If y'all haven't seen that, it's funny. But mental health driving trucks hurts me in that area. That's crazy. I never really heard of people having like too much stress with the driving side, but that's what's up. Yeah. Tom Cruise is a part of that. Tom Cruise, a lot of famous people, they're into that Scientology. And they into that a lot of wild other stuff as well, but Scientology is one of the things. Enzo said no, it's Facebook where she was posting it. Oh man, you lost your job over Facebook? You know, I mean, Facebook, they don't be paying. Actually, they pay a little bit. They do pay a little bit. They do. But still, losing your job for Facebook is crazy. Mark says constantly nervous of hitting something. Okay, so what you're on Tom, right? So I know what I remember. I think when you're on the forklifts, if you hit something, it was a wrap. Is that how it is for Tom? Like if you hit something, are you like automatically fired, or how does that work? Or do they have to like do an investigation or something? Because I never thought about that. Enzo said, bro, I got plenty of stories to tell you about my work experience with workers. Oh, I believe you. I've seen a lot too, man. Workplace is interesting. Interesting. Mark says, isn't there a favorite? Yeah, I think so. I think he is one of them. Pat says, yes, it is funny. Isaiah says, watch your videos to help me prepare for this PA interview I had today. I think I might have this one in the bag. All interviewers keep saying they're impressed with my answer. That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, definitely good to hear that some of the content was encouraging and encouraging you, man. So that's what's up, man. I hope you get it. Hope you get it, my dude. Keep us posted on that, Isaiah. That's what's up. Congrats, even just on the interview, too, man. That's a big deal, Isaiah. Good stuff, my dude. Proud of you, man, and keep shooting for it. Keep shooting. Keep shooting until you get it. Enzo said, when I first worked there, this woman who was my worker before she was fired, and she wanted to take a picture to her former manager and the current manager, and current manager I am with now. Little did she know this is the last time I ever see her, because after that's when I got word from a coworker that HR is involved with her. Oh man, yeah, gotta be careful, man. Listen, in the workplace, you just gotta cover yourself. And just play by the rules, and just like, why is that? I don't think it's not hard. You know what I mean? Just do what you got to do and do that alone. You know what I mean? Just do what you got to do. Do what you got to do in the workplace, man. Mark says, depend on the violation, but when I hit another trailer, I was supposed to send back to level 1, but due to my medical accommodations, they are finding me another tier 3. Okay, nice. Congrats on that. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy that tier 3. May just take like a little bit to get used to, operations, and you feel me, going through prime, then coming down and going through peak. Then after you go through those once, then you'll be good. But yeah, keep us posted on that too, Mark. Enzo said, so the next day she was gone. A day after, she took a picture with two managers. Think of that. She burnt a lot of bridges. She would abandon the job twice. See, you can't, yeah, man, just do the job. You feel me? You can't abandon a job. The workplace ain't that hard. I've worked at all type of jobs. My first job was when I was on a worker's permit. I was 15 and a half. My first job was at Arby's. Did the job. My job after that was Foot Locker. I did the job. Every job I worked, I did the job. Except one. Except one. And I got fired because I didn't do the job. It was the easiest job I ever worked. I always talked about that. But it was a security job. Oh man, the easiest job I got fired from. But I was young, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, just do the job. It ain't hard to make money when you got a job. Just do what you gotta do. What you say? Mark says, I'm one of the FCs with 4 floors. That's like normal, low key. That's normal. All the FCs I've been in, they all 4 floors. I was in started off at LGB3. We was 4 floors. Then I went to BFL1. I launched that. That was 4 floors, but I don't think the 4th floor was complete yet, if I'm not mistaken. And then I launched Sand 3. That was 4 floors. And then GYR1, that was 4 floors. Am I 4 floors? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Them things is big. Them warehouses is huge, fam. Them things is no joke. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose some weight. Just going from your car to your workstation is a nice walk. Every day, you getting your steps in for sure. Enzo says she almost caused a fire at the office. See, yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Causing fires? Who causes a fire? What are you doing to cause a fire in the workplace? That's crazy. Because the toaster oven in our break room was on and there were crumbs and pieces of paper all over the toaster. That sounds nasty. Nobody cleans it? There's nobody that will. That don't even sound. That don't sound. That sounds. That don't sound. That don't sound good. Why is the toaster with all the crumbs and that don't? That sounds pretty nasty. But that is how is that her fault then? That sounds like that can be on main or what's they called? The cleanup team. There's the people who clean. If you guys have people that clean your company, or is it just the managers? Who's supposed to be cleaning? A toaster, what you say, with crumbs and pieces of paper all in the toaster oven? That sounds nasty. It sounds like whoever needs to be cleaning the break room needs to be in trouble. We can't blame the associate for that one. Why is it crumbs and paper on the oven? That's crazy. All right. Mark says, I used to do hotel operations, but stay with Amazon due to Amazon's benefit and career choice. I agree. I feel that. 10 minutes to get to the break room. Facts, depending on where you at. Yeah, it could be that. It could be. And then, it'd be, sometimes it's like, oh, only certain break rooms have the food that you want for lunch. So now you got to walk across the building. You know what I mean? It's always, I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. But them walks could be long to the break room for sure. I forgot how big them buildings are. Them buildings is huge. Them things is big, man. Enzo says, I do be getting some love from the ladies though. I thought she said it's only 2 people that work there. Sometimes a girl would finish their test, and then they want some loves. Guts. Laugh out loud because they pass and they're emotional. That's deep. Mark says we have ABM. Okay, right. Right. That's what I'm saying. I would think they would have somebody doing the cleaning. Enzo says custodians are supposed to come by and clean the office, but they hardly do anything according to the manager. Well, those are the ones who sounds like they're responsible for the building almost burning up. That sounds disgusting. How does the toaster thing have crumbs and paper? That don't even sound. That sounds nasty. If that's dirty, if the things, hold on. If the thing that people use to eat their food is dirty, what's the floor looking like? What's the bathrooms looking like? If the eating place ain't clean. All right. My manager would even clean the floors and it was supposed to be the custodian's job. It's not even our job. Man, I feel that. I know. All right, so we're gonna head out too, man. I'm gonna head out over here. We'll be at hour and 25 minutes. That was decent. That was decent tonight. Mark says, SB, Enzo, everyone, it's been a pleasure. Have a good one, Mark. We're gonna end it there for the night, y'all. Hopefully, I can drop some more vlogs before next Thursday, which I think is possible. I think so. Should be good. But if you haven't yet, be sure to like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Did I say subscribe? I don't know. Unless I know I'm ready. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Listen, all y'all have a blessed night. Thank you much for the super chat tonight. Super chat, Pat. Everybody who tuned in, you feel me? Oh, we getting ready to roll out. Who's that? Vision? What up, Vision? We just getting ready to leave, fam. We walking out. We walking out the out the meeting right now, fam. Shout out to Vision. No, you feel me? We gonna be back next week, Vision. Shout out to Enzo. Shout out to Mark. You feel me? Shout out to Icy. Shout out to Messi. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to Pat the Gamer. Everybody who tuned in tonight. Y'all have a blessed week, man. Y'all be safe. It's your boy. Yes, babe. Hold up. Did I leave anybody else out? I think that was it. Have a good one. Vision said, you have a good one, brother. All right, man. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm gonna see y'all next week. It's your boy. Yes, B. Let's go. Y'all be safe.